Okay, Marcus Smart is the defensive player of the year, but I guess nobody told Steph Curry. Welcome to FaZe Fantasy Live with your host, Lonnie Z. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining me tonight. Game 5 is going to happen in about 30 minutes, so I apologize for getting on this podcast so late in the week. But I just want to give you a couple of quick points, break down the last game and my pick for tonight. It's going to be a short one, but I did not want this day to go by without me talking about what happened in game 4. If you all remember, I picked Boston. I thought Boston had turned a corner. I thought it would be a tough game, but I thought that they would come out victorious. It seemed like that was going to happen, but Steph Curry changed the game. I just want to get right into Steph. What we witnessed in game 4 was greatness. You cannot call it any other thing than greatness. He did what all the greats do in these times. He picked up his team and carried them and willed them to win that game. There's no reason the Warriors should have came out of Boston with the 2-2 series, but Steph Curry, he is the reason. If anyone doubted Steph Curry and his ability before, they better stop the doubt, because this man is one of the best clutch players that we have ever seen. His 43-point performance was amazing. The shots that he made was amazing. His engine never stopped. You had Draymond Green, once again, only had 2 points and didn't even show up for the game. Clay chipped in 18. You had Wiggins with 17. But other than that, there was nothing else coming from the Warriors. Steph knew that he had to get it done, and did he ever? He played the game of his life. He single-handedly beat the Boston Celtics in Boston in a must-win situation. I don't know what else we can expect from him. Game 5 is tonight. It's in the Chase Center. The Warriors are 10-1 in the Chase Center, but they're 1-1 in the finals in the Chase Center. So this should be a good game. Neither one of these teams have lost after a loss. So neither one has lost 2 games in a row in the playoffs. Boston is 7-0. The Warriors are 5-0. And so something's got to give. In order for the Warriors to win the title, they have got to win 2 games in a row. Because if it keeps going back and forth, then Boston wins in game 7. I originally picked Boston to win this thing in 6 games. I'm standing with my pick. I think that they can still do it, but I wouldn't be mad at a game 7 in this series. This series has been great. Tonight, I think the keys of the game are the Golden State Warriors have to stay hungry. They need more out of Draymond Green. They need him to try to get to the hole a little bit. They need him to play a little bit of offense to get him going. You know, the Warriors, they took it to the Celtics in the points in the paint. This whole series has been determined by the team that won the points in the paint and had least amount of turnovers won each game. That almost stayed true in game 4. The only difference is they both had 16 turnovers, which is way too much for both of them. But the Warriors scored 38 points in the paint, where Boston only scored 32. The Warriors also out-rebounded the Celtics 55-42, and up until that point, the rebounds were really, really close, within a rebound difference for the entire series. This is going to be a huge game. 73% of Game 5 winners go on to win the finals. 82% of Game 3 winners go on to win the finals. So I don't know which number you believe more. I think tonight's going to be a hard-pressed, hard-fought game. But Ime Duque said, we just do it the hard way for some reason. And it drives him crazy. But the Celtics do it the hard way. I think the Celtics get out of here with the win. I think it's going to be a good game. I believe tonight, Jason Tatum finally has his game. If you look at the previous two series that the Celtics have played in, Jason Tatum has had huge game fives. So against Miami, when they needed a win, he got it. Against the Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis Antetokounmpo, he had a huge game five and led his team. Boston had 23 from Tatum, 21 from Brown, 18 from Smart, and 16 from White in game four, and it still was not enough. They only scored 3 points the last 5 minutes of the game. And, you got to give props to the Warriors. The Warriors were hungry. They were all over the court. They made it happen. They made those last 5 minutes or last 7 minutes very difficult for the Celtics because with 5 minutes left in the game, Boston was up by 4. And they only scored 3 more points, and they lose by 10. So it took a phenomenal performance for Steph for the Warriors to win that game. I think they'll need something like that again from Steph Curry to win tonight. I know that they're at home, but Boston is 8-3 on the road in these playoffs. They're 7-0 after a loss, even though that has to break sometime. The truth is you have two really, really good teams. I'm excited to watch this game. I told you this podcast would be short and sweet. I did not want game 5 to start without you guys hearing how much respect that I have for Steph Curry and what the Warriors did in game 4. And I can eat my crow. I said Boston would come back 3-1, and I was wrong. I was dead wrong. So, hey, I'm a big boy. If I'm wrong, I'll admit it. Let's see what happens tonight. It should be a great game. Hold on to your seat. I think Draymond needs to be hungry. I think they need to get more out of Clay. I didn't even mention Wiggins being better than Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman never had 16 rebounds in a finals game, but Andrew Wiggins did. He's been playing solid. They're going to need him to continue to play solid. They're going to need a little more out of Poole, even though Poole did not have a bad game in game 4. He did well. He had 14 points, Thompson 18, Wiggins 17, and then Steph had 43. Tonight, you're going to see a great game. It's going to be rocking at the Chase Center. The Bay Area is already just going crazy. They're smelling their 4th championship in that town. But Boston, they just keep coming. We haven't even seen Jason Tatum yet. So let's see what happens. I got Boston tonight. I have them by 5 points. And I think the Warriors may get over that 108. They have not exceeded 108 points yet in this series. So I think tonight they possibly do that. It may be a little higher scoring game than the other games of this series. Well, let's watch the game. Let's be excited. Let's check it out. I got Boston winning by 5. Peace.